I'm waiting for one of those trucks to be done. Always do your rear tarp first, and then put your front tarp over top the rear tarp. That way the wind won't catch it. Good morning, Diesel. How's it feel to wake up in the truck again? Good morning, you sitting right there, looking all good. That's right, I can see you. No, I can't, I'm just creeping you out. We're here in, where are we? Alexandria, Minnesota. Nose into our parking spot. We're gonna back out of here. We're gonna mosey ourselves down the road to St. Cloud, Minnesota. We're gonna drop off this load of lumber that I got on the back of my trailer here. And then we're gonna make our way to Minneapolis, load some steel on that same trailer, and drag it back home. Oh, so the roads are 100% better tonight. I'm glad I made it to Alexandria, because now I'll be able to, as long as I get unloaded and reloaded promptly and I don't take all day tarping my reload, I can get home tonight yet, so that's good. Then I'm not too sure where they're gonna send me from there. Oh, we made it. It's a very wet day outside here today. He's unloading me right there. Very wet, so the straps were all wet and cold, so that was fun. Trying to dry my gloves off here. I don't like leaving them on the dash because that leaves so much dirt on there, but once they're dry, I'll clean the dash off. And I'm just using the defrost air there right now to sort of warm them up, dry them off, so that when we get to Minneapolis for our reload, they'll be ready to go. Can you see him in the mirror there? Unloading. There it goes. Like most American receivers, they have a very fancy receiving area here. You see, like they got me parked in this little yellow box. See that? Where they can get at me from both sides. A nice paved lot. It's really nice here. I believe he's gonna come around that side there with our lumber. Where'd he go? Oh, he's still on that side. Okay, so he unloads each side and leaves it on each side of the truck. Okay, well that's cool. What do you think, Diesel? I think it's pretty nice down here, man. Maybe we should stay. Alright, let's see if we can make our way to the back where they're gonna load us. Well, it's a little bit of a narrow entrance here. Why would they make it so narrow like this? Barely fit through here with a 53-foot step deck behind me. Just barely. So I've got to go all the way around to the back of this complex. This is just chaos here. Well, it's all organized, but there's so many different businesses sharing these buildings. The first time I came here, I was so lost and confused as to where to go. Good thing I know where I'm going this time. It really saves a lot of time. I think I was searching for like half an hour at least last time. That's half an hour I'm gonna save today. Are you just stopping or are you parking here, buddy? Another guy pulling in here beside me. Man, is it busy. Look at all these flatbeds over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. That one's already loaded over there though. Another guy over here, another guy back there, a couple guys over there. It's a busy day here. Apparently it's because of the bad weather yesterday. We drove through that snowstorm. They had a snowstorm here too, and everyone's sort of running behind. So there's 3 guys in front of me. There's already 2 guys in the garage there loading. Once they're strapped down and tarped, they pull out, and then there's 1 more guy in front of me, and then I go in after that. So I'm gonna have to pull forward a little bit here so that I can see the doors better over there, because I need to pay attention to when they need me in there. Hopefully I won't be here for too long. Let's say I've been here 38 minutes already, and they said probably at least another hour and a half. This is where my position on e-logs sort of changes to negative, because now I'm sitting here, this is burning my 14-hour day. I want to go home tonight. I am probably like 7-8 hours from home. I'll still make it. It's just I'm gonna be home really late. I don't even know if I'll go home tonight then, because I don't know if I want to walk inside and, you know, wake Brit up in the middle of the night and then just leave first thing in the morning again for my next load. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see when I get in there. Apparently what I'm getting is just like flat pieces of steel. So it should be pretty easy to strap down and then just throw the tarp on and we'll be out of here. I'm waiting for one of those trucks to be done. As soon as one of them pulls out, I back in. They load me up with the big overhead crane, strap her down, tarp it, and we're on the way. Bring some good old American steel back home to Canada. Support the continent. Support, well, I call it local, regional, I don't know, it's different countries. You may call it foreign imports. I don't. But whatever. So the bad news is we won't be making it home tonight. There's no way. It's 4:15 already. This is starting to eat out of my drive time now. I only have 7 hours and 55 minutes available to me to drive now. All of my break time has been used up here. So now I'm eating up minutes I could drive. Good old E-log, right? I understand people's frustrations now when it comes to this. When I was on vans, it wasn't as bad. You know, you back into a dock, they load you up, you go. E-logs didn't really slow me down. Now that I'm on flatbed, oh, E-log, this is terrible. Totally understand. And I understand the guys who haul bulk grain and whatnot and feed trucks. Even worse, because they got to wait at the grain mills, whatever you guys call them, for hours and hours. And we can't get anywhere because our clock runs out and we got to shut her down for 10 hours. So, I'm beginning to feel their frustrations. And, you know, before doing vans for 7 years or 6 years, I didn't quite understand the frustrations of a lot of people. Can't make it home tonight now, thanks to E-logs. Actually, let's be truthful here. Let's put blame where it belongs. It's not the E-logs' fault that I can't make it home tonight. It's the hours of service. It's the law itself. That's the problem. That's why I'm still not exactly against the E-logs, because that's only just enforcing the law, right? The problem is the law that it's enforcing. The 14-hour window. There should be no window. There should be, you can drive 11 hours in a 24-hour period. Right? Maybe that's too much. Maybe that's stretching on. I don't know. Maybe that's not the best idea. I know that whatever you do, drivers are going to take advantage of it and they're going to ruin it for everyone else. But at the same time, you got to take the bad with the good. I got to loosen it up a little bit down here. Maybe a 16-hour day. That's what we have in Canada. That works a little better for us. I'd say make it an 18-hour day. Well, no, 16 would help a lot already. Because then I would have 2 more hours right now that I could wait here, waiting to get loaded. That wouldn't be eating out of the time that I can drive. So once I leave here, let's say I was on Canadian hours of service, I would have 2 more hours I could drive than I do now. Plus, we're allowed to drive an extra 2 hours anyway. So if I was in Canada, I would have an extra 4 hours I could drive once I leave here. But since I'm in the States, I have to stop 4 hours sooner. That's a long ways. It's 400 kilometers. That's, what, 240 miles? I think the hours of service in the United States need to be a little bit, maybe look at the Canadian hours of service. I like them a little bit better. Maybe they should move towards Canadian hours of service. You know? What do you think? Because remember what I just told you, right? We have 2 more hours in our day that we can work. We also have 2 more hours that we can drive. We also only have to stop for 8 hours at night and not 10. So that's another 2 hours there. That's an extra 6 hours per day that you can add onto your day on a day like this where it takes a little longer to get loaded. 6 hours more every day. Can you imagine? Canadian hours of service. Maybe call your local, who would you call about that? Your governor? Senator? Senator, right? You guys know who to talk to in the States. Go talk to someone important. Tell them to take a look at Canadian hours of service and tell them maybe it's a better way of doing things. It's a different way of doing things. I guess it's all, you know, objective. But I think it's better. We finally just backed in here. Grab our gloves. I'm gonna bring our paperwork out here. Show the good people what they're supposed to put on my trailer. Be right back, Diesel, okay? I got the bunk heater on for you just in case it gets nipply in here, alright? Alright, good boy. I was able to just walk him recently too, so that's good. Okay. Close that. And he's loading that side right there. That's what's gonna be loading me. So that's pretty much what mine's gonna look like. Look at all that steel back there, eh? As far as you can see, steel. American steel. It's dark outside already, but finally got ourselves loaded here. Here's our load. Don't forget your corner protectors up there, or you're gonna have a ripped strap. And straps don't work as well when they rip. That's what I've heard. I believe it. I've just got my tarp up on the top now, the first one. Crawl up here and look at it from here. Always do your rear tarp first, and then put your front tarp over top the rear tarp. That way the wind won't catch it when you're driving down the highway. Let's get this done quick.
Let's
get comfortable here. Oh yeah. Woo! Feeling the burn. Those tarps are heavy. Or maybe I'm just weak and I whine a lot. I don't know. Heavy tarps. So there's 2 tarps on there. I had 3 tarps with me. I put the first tarp on. Guess what? It was ripped. Yeah. That's the Trucker Josh luck right there. So I had to take that off, roll it back up. Good thing my other 2 tarps weren't ripped. So yeah, got those 2 tarps on there, got them all strapped down nice and tight, got the bungees on there nice and tight, sealed her up good, no water's getting in there. So I gotta deliver these to Oak Bank. We're not even gonna make it back to Canada tonight now. We have 5 hours left on the E-log, and I've got 7.5 hours of just good highway driving to get back to Winnipeg. So we're gonna make it to either Fargo or Grand Forks, North Dakota. So we're going around the north side of Minneapolis now on Interstate 694. It's gonna meet up with Interstate 94 on the west side of the city, and we'll see how far we get. Like I said, I at least want to get to Fargo. That would be nice. See what happens. If I get there tonight, deliver this tomorrow, that'll probably almost take up all day tomorrow. Then I'll be home tomorrow night. So then I'll have been gone 2 nights. It always turns out that way. I always tell Brit that I'm going to be gone for 1 night, and then it turns out to be 2 nights, and then I feel bad. I got to start telling her that it's not just an overnight, it's a 2-nighter. And that way when I come home a night early, it's a good thing. It's a surprise, and it's not always me calling, "Nah, I'm not going to make it home after all tonight." I should know this. I'm Trucker Josh. That's what trucking is. Unreliable, unpredictable, always changing. You never know what's going to happen. That's trucking. So let's check up on this tarp job I did here. Still looking good. We're in Clearwater, Minnesota now. We're just checking up on everything, making sure that everything is still as I placed it. Looks good to me. I'll walk around to the other side yet. Go inside, grab a quick bite to eat, and try to get to Fargo yet. Flying J in Fargo, North Dakota. This is where we're gonna sleep if we can find a parking spot. First, we're gonna fuel. I wanna fuel the night so I don't have to do it in the morning. I don't like doing stuff in the morning generally, so I'm just gonna take care of this right now and then go find ourselves a nice parking spot and call it a night. Got about another 4 hours, 3.5, 4 hours back from here tomorrow yet. It's about time we put some fuel in here. Then again, I don't want to fill it up too much because it's going to get cold soon, and I don't want this American fuel in my truck when the temperatures dip below -20. If you guys have been following me for more than a year, you know that every winter we talk about fuel and the fuel quality. And fuel quality in the United States is not designed for cold climates of the northern states, and especially of Canada. You always got to put fuel supplements in there then, just to make sure that the fuel doesn't gel. Unless if you fuel in Canada, which up there the fuel is designed for the cold temperatures. So I'm only going to put in a little bit here today, probably about half a tank or so, maybe not even, just enough pretty much to get me over the border to home, and then I'll put Canadian fuel in tomorrow in Canada. And that's it, that's a wrap, folks. I'm going to bed. All right. Oh man, forgot to take the garbage out. Of course, always do. Oh well, let's turn the bunk heater on here, and I'll see you guys all in the morning. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel here on YouTube, Trucker Josh Vlogs. We make a new video every day. Tomorrow, we're headed back to Winnipeg.